Hey folks, Stan Arthur here with The Stan Show, episode 12, and thanks for watching. Today I'm going to be talking about something even a little more uncomfortable than usual, and by uncomfortable, I mean uncomfortable. I'm talking about IBS, or Irritable Bowel Syndrome.
That's just gross.
Anyway, so I've been suffering from IBS for about 4 years, and it's no picnic. And I've tried every over-the-counter thing. Nothing really works. I get some heartburn too, so I take a lot of Tums, and that works, but nothing really seems to stop the IBS. Recently went to a new doctor here in North Carolina, and now that I'm on Medicare, had to have an establishing visit. And during the course of our conversation, I mentioned, I've had IBS for about 4 years. And he said, I've got just the thing for it. This is when I learned that IBS is caused by a bacteria, a certain bacteria that lives in your gut and causes IBS. And if you can find something to get rid of that bacteria, then you will be cured. And by cured, I mean cured. At least for now, you're cured of it, and it won't come back. So he gave me a sample of this new medication called Xifaxan. Let me show you the website for it here. Xifaxan, that starts with an X, Xifaxan, Xifaxan, and it is an antibiotic. And what does it do? It specifically kills that gut bacteria that is causing your IBS. After one dose, I knew it was working. After one dose, you take it 3 times a day, every 8 hours. And supposedly, after you do this every 8 hours for 6 days, you are cured and you will have no more problems with IBS unless somehow, some way, you contract that same bacteria again. And then, of course, you can do this again, but it is a cure for IBS. So after I ran out of the prescription, it was only 3 days worth. About a week later, I noticed that it was starting to come back. I called my doctor, and they sent in a prescription for me to go pick it up at Walgreens. And I went to pick it up. She looked at me, she looked at her screen, she looked back, and she said, "Do you have insurance?" I said, "Sure I do." Because without insurance, it's $2,700 for a 6-day supply. Yeah. I gave her my insurance card, and she didn't tell me anymore. She just said, "Listen, you need pre-authorization to get this." And what that means is the insurance company is rejecting it. In my case, it was Humana. And they want pre-authorization. So the doctor writing a prescription and giving that to the pharmacy, that's not good enough. No, they want a pre-authorization from your doctor. So I said, "How do I do that?" She wrote down an 800 number. I took it to my doctor. And the doctor's office said, "That's not the way it's done. And you need to go back to that pharmacy and tell them to blah, blah, blah." Anyway, so I didn't go back to the pharmacy. I was defeated, and I went home. And I was dealing with my IBS again. After a couple of weeks, I got disgusted, and I called my doctor's office back, and I said, "Listen, I need pre-authorization on this and figure out, something." She said, "Oh, okay." Lo and behold, within a couple of hours, I had an email that said I had pre-authorization. I could go pick up my prescription. I went back there to pick up my prescription, and I said, "Here's my insurance card. Now, how much is it?" It was still $700 for a 6-day supply of Xifaxan. At that point, I called my doctor up and said, "I'm not going to be able to do this." And they said, "Well, maybe we can get you some more samples. We're out of it right now, but we'll call you back." And the next day they called me back and said, "We've got your samples. Come and pick them up." Wow. So I went back to the doctor's office, and they handed me a 9-day supply. I took that, and I said, "Well, I'll take it for 6 days. And if at any time it comes back, I've got 3 more days worth to do." It really, really works. If you're suffering from IBS, I suggest you make an appointment with your doctor and ask for a sample of Xifaxan. And while you're at it, ask for a 6-day supply, which would be, this comes in a 3-pack. This is 1 day's worth. It's only got 3 capsules in it, but you get 3 of these in a sample pack. So you want to get 2 of these sample packs that have 3 of these in it. And if you do that, you can be cured of IBS. That's all I got for you. I wanted to share that with you because it has made my life a lot better. And that's all I want to do is make your life better by sharing that information. So I hope that you do this, you make it happen if you're suffering from IBS like I was for 4 years, and get that taken care of. You can do it. Anyway, I'll be back with episode 13 whenever I think of something else to do. Thank you again for joining me, and we'll see you next time.